your boy Drizzy Drake Rogers. Do anybody even say that anymore? Like, does any I haven't heard somebody say Drizzy Drake Rogers in about 10 years now.
They don't. They don't. Tired it. It's either Champagne Poppy,
Yeah.
Six God, what else?
Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover Boy. Yeah, that one's weird.
Hey, speaking of Certified Lover Boy, that's a great segue. Pat on my own back, but that's what we want to talk about, man. You know, Drake has been one of those acts for how long? Shit, I guess going on 10 years now. 10 years exactly when he first came onto the scene. Actually, no, about 11 years, right? '09 was '09 when So Far Gone dropped? I believe it was '09.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't count Replacement Girl, then in '09, yeah.
Yeah, so Drake has been on the scene for about 10 to 11 years. He's given us a unspecified amount of classic albums. That's debatable. But regardless, he's been a staple in our culture for so long. And he finally announced that he's going to drop a new album called Certified Lover Boy, dropping, I think he said January 2021.
January 2021.
You know, Certified Lover Boy is a very, very interesting title because I feel like throughout the course of Drake's career, we've been saying some sayings have been very specific to Drake. Like only Drake can do this. How many times have we said only Drake can do blank? Only Drake. Only Drake. To me, that's like some type of talent. And I really feel like only Drake could come out with a title like this, and that should be fitting, and it might actually work for him. Like, I just want to talk about what it is that we should expect from this album, given, you know, his legacy, where he is in the you know, as an artist, where we think he can go from here. Is he fading out? Because come on, bro. You and I, we've talked a lot about Drake over the years, and I actually give you props for this. You called it probably about 3-4 months ago. Actually, it might have been longer than that. You were like, man, I think Drake is on his decline. Mm-hmm. You know? So with all of the things we talked about with Drake, what are we really expecting from Certified Lover Boy? I want to get your take first.
You know what's funny? Not only, you made a good point about, you know, always saying only Drake can do this. You know, another thing that only Drake can do, he can make excuses, which I believe you brought up. He can make excuses for albums that were not good, right? Or projects that were not good. One of them he called a playlist, right? He said, oh, this is not an album, it's a playlist. Another one, he said, the one that he dropped before this, he said, oh, this was just a collection of songs that I just felt like dropping. My real album's going to be Certified Lover Boy. Right. What? Isn't that true? Like, only Drake can make an excuse, call something playlist, call something what the hell would you even call the album that was before that? What remember?
You mean what? You mean the one that just dropped?
Yeah, the one that just dropped. Like
you're talking about Dark Lane demo tapes.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
A demo tape, duh.
Okay, was that really
Drake is in year 10 dropping demo tapes?
Was that really a demo tape? Come on, man.
It was not
a demo tape. It was just a collection of songs that he clearly felt like he could do better than. So he was like, man, I'm not going to call this an actual serious album when it actually is a serious album. I'm just going to tell people it's demo tapes. But anyway, so I think he actually put pressure on himself for this album to be good because of antics like that. Because this one, he's saying, yeah, I actually worked hard on it. You know, I have a whole bunch of songs. Like, I think he said he had a couple, maybe like 50, 60 songs sitting in his hard drive, ready to drop with the album. So, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on him. But I will say this. I think the funny thing is, what is Drake's go-to sound right now? I don't know. Like, I mean, he kind of came left field with the song with him and Lil Durk. I love the song Laugh Now, Cry Later. But is that the direction the album's gonna go? Like music like that? Like, or is he gonna be extremely lyrical like he was on Dark Lane? It's like I
Yeah.
actually don't know. I'm curious to know, and I think he does know, and I think that's why he's really like he's trying really hard to roll this album out a certain way, and I think because he knows he has a sound that's going to shock the world. So I mean, I think for that reason, it's a very highly anticipated album on my part. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm expecting Drake to deliver what I'm used to him delivering when he rolls out an album, which is very good music. I mean, it's hard for me at this point in his career to expect him to just blow me away with something that I've never heard before. He would have to do something so drastic musically um, for that to happen, but I don't think so. So if it happens, great. If not, whatever. We're gonna get the same old Drake, but that's been good enough to great so far in his career. I want to talk about his trailer though that he put out. So that trailer that he dropped with the announcement saying that the album was coming in January. I thought that trailer was extremely cinematic and it was just dope. Like I just loved the way it was put together. It like took you down memory lane. I don't know if you remember it.
I
It,
saw
it
it.
like it like gave you flashbacks of him sitting at the table on the album of Take Care. It gave you the side profile view that he had on his Nothing Was the Same album. It gave you even the album that I thought was trash. Okay, respectfully trash because I understand what people are saying. Drake doesn't really make bad music, so how can you call his shit trash? Dark Lane demo tapes, whatever that was, mixtape, playlist, demo tape, whatever you want to call it, I thought was mediocre at best, my personal opinion. But overall, I would call it average. He even gave you glimpses of that on the trailer. Dope ass album cover where he has his eyes only being shown. There's dark all around. There was a lot of imagery in that trailer that I thought built some pretty dope and decent anticipation for me. So, like I said, man, it's hard for me to really expect him to drop something that I've never heard. However, Laugh Now, Cry Later, you talked about a little bit that he dropped. That I think that was the only single technically that's going to be on this new album that has dropped so far. And to me, that's another attempt at like a God's plan, like he's done before in the past, like to get the masses. I thought the song worked. It was a really good song to me.
It's a great song.
Overall, again, I'm anticipating good music. If he drops anything that I haven't heard before, I would be completely disappointed. I'm not even gonna lie. What can this man do at this point? What can he do musically that you've never heard? We've heard him do Afro beats. We've heard him do UK drill. We've heard him do Brooklyn drill. We've heard him do almost every genre, reggaeton. We've heard him speak in Spanish. What is this man going to put out that we've never heard before?
That's the challenge.
That is a challenge.
Going back to the trailer for the album, somebody else did that. Jay-Z did that. I don't know if you remember Jay-Z a couple years back. He maybe just 2-3 years ago. He reenacted all his albums covers.
That's a good point.
But the thing about Jay-Z, right? Anytime Jay-Z does stuff like that, it's kind of like giving hints that he's on his way out, like he's thinking about retiring. Does this trailer give hints that Drake is possibly thinking about retiring from rap? I know that sounds far-fetched, but that is the type of trailer that he presented to us. One that somebody would do when they think they're on their way out.
That's actually a good observation, bro, for real. Because we've questioned for a while now, and I'll make this brief because we got a lot of stuff to cover today. We've questioned how long Drake can keep up this run, this legendary, let's call it what it is, run that he has been on for the last decade. And if he is on his way out, I think it would be fitting to remind people what he's been able to put out over the years and maybe transition into another industry. Come on, this man, he was on Degrassi. Not that I ever really watched that show. I feel like we've been waiting for Drake to make a transition into acting. That's been a thing. Yes. And I'm actually shocked that he has not really done that throughout his rap career. That's shocking. So maybe that's something that he's going to do. Maybe he's going to get into business. I don't know. But you're right, man. Maybe he is on his way out after this. We haven't heard those rumblings yet, though, out of his mouth or his camp. So we shall see.
And you know what's funny? I mean, just to kind of add on, and then we can like move on after that.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what Drake is going to be best at. Like, you know, for me, as great of a rapper Jay-Z is and was, when it's all said and done, Jay-Z was great at being a businessman, a hip-hop businessman. I give him the most credit and the most kudos for being that businessman. Same thing with Kanye West. Kanye West is a great musician, great producer, great rapper, but him as a business person, I think, is what is more a bigger accomplishment. Drake hasn't really dove deep into that business side. And I think that if he gets into that business side, sort of similar to what Kanye did, sort of similar to what Jay-Z did, I think he can become a great, not just a great rapper, a great a human being, a great influencer, a great, an all-time great entertainer. So we'll see.
Yo, you just sparked something else. That's a great point. Great observation. One thing that I've been observing as well for a while now is that is something very similar to that. Is that Drake, as big as an artist as Drake has been for so long, I believe Drake has been revolutionary in music because he has been able to sell vulnerability like no other artist, no other male artist that I can remember in hip hop has ever done, right? Which is why he can come out with an album called Certified Lover Boy and it be completely authentic sounding to the core of what we believe Drake is, you know? Like, to me, that's a testament to who we believe Drake is. So to me, I think the difference between Drake and like a Kanye and even a Hove is that they've been able to sell their lifestyle, their lifestyle on a whole different level than Drake has.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people are looking at Drake like he's cool. That's like, let me do what Drake does, and that's like, Drake endorsed that new vodka. Oh, let me go drink that. Because remember, we were in Toronto and we had Drake's vodka. I'm sorry, his whiskey, his Virginia Black.
We did.
You would think Drake, as much of a megastar as he is, could be able to market a product and people go crazy about it. I don't think people like Drake for the reasons that they love a Kanye or a Travis Scott or the people that they think are cool, like just straight up cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's no shade. That's no shade or no spite or anything to Drake. But that's just something I noticed. So I don't know. We'll see how he transitions.
I mean, he's no longer, to me, like the thing that sucks about entertainment is, you know, you always exceeding expectations. So Drake has exceeded expectations, but right now, I actually think, I don't think he's living up to himself as a human being, his potential as a human being. Like, it's funny, I just watched a Popstar video, right? In the beginning of the Popstar video, you know, he's talking with his homie about DJ Khaled. The acting he does on that video is fantastic. Right. Drake, sleep and laugh all you want.
Nah,
Drake,
he's really good.
Really good actor.
Nah, Drake is dope. Drake is dope.
Very good actor.
He gives us these acting performances in doses in the music videos. Very dope as an actor.
He is a very, very good actor. Very versatile. He doesn't act enough. You know, he clearly, if he wanted to sell something, he can sell something. He doesn't sell enough. Like, he doesn't pitch things out enough. So I think now it's just up to him, like, doing that, honing in on those other skills that he has, because he is supposed to be Jay-Z, Kanye. Kanye made money. Kanye 100%. Made money off book bag. Kanye made money off book bag, and like even Kanye's clothing line caters to his quirky dress style, quirky, you know, mentality. Jay-Z's business dealings cater to his hustling mentality.
Yes.
Drake has a vulnerable market, like literally a market where he can sell things that vulnerable people would like.
Yes.
Now it's hard for him to make money off that, just like the other two did.
That's facts, man. That's facts, man.
Drake don't need rap. Retire.
Yo, a Master P says something very key, and I swear this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic. You know, when people were giving Master P his much needed flowers more recently, which I remember coming on this show last year after somebody died and was like, man, we need to start giving people flowers. And I remember being like, Master P needs to get his flowers, but whatever. I'm here for the Master P flowers. Give that man his props. But he said something very key. He said, yo, the average lifespan of a rapper is 3 to 4 years at best. So while you are here, you need to push product because your product is going to last longer than your actual buzz and brand is.
Yes.
Drake is an exception because he's been around for 10 years and been at the top. It's alarming to me that he has not put out a product that has been able to penetrate the culture since he has been here. It's actually alarming. But hey,
It is.
It's alarming.
Look at Rihanna.
Bro, Rihanna's going crazy right now.
But Rihanna don't even want to make albums no more. She's making so much money off Fenty. Why even make albums? This is
She should, man. She should. But anyway, man, let's keep it moving, man. We could probably debate and talk about Drake all day. It's Drake.
That's for sure.